Hello, everyone. This goes to a gentleman who I presume that he is an inspector and in the aerospace industry. He said what he used to hear is the term redundant inspection reduction. I'm going to read you from April and July 2002. Boeing's two classic documents, supplier notifications. Send in your cert, send in your parts. If need be or if the need arises, that's when we'll come out. Let me read you the April 2002 one. This came right out of the supplier notification. We believe that the number of redundant audits will be significantly reduced as aerospace manufacturers embrace this program. Boeing will audit suppliers when the need arises. Let that sink in. What the hell did that mean? The next one is supplier bulletin about your AS9100 certificate. That one in April was for special processes like heat treat welding, etc. NADCAP. This one, send in your cert. As long as it's AS9100 and as long as it's accredited by ANSI ANAP, you're good to go. But listen to what they say here. This is the defining moment. This is for liability for you attorneys who are listening to this and aren't scared about the American Bar Association because they kind of deal with ANSI ANAP. Our preference is to deal with proven suppliers with excellent quality performance. They're taking an AS9100 certificate as the proof of performance. They're supposed to put in, the registrar is supposed to put in the auditing documentation. Do you really think any of them are qualified at the OEM, like a Boeing, to read that report that might be 10 pages, 20 pages long? Come on. So they're taking a certificate, AS9100 certified, with ANSI ANAP. They're not going to look at this data. So when they say excellent quality performance, what performance? The only way you can see quality performance is to go on site with these companies. So our preference is to deal with proven suppliers with excellent quality performance and not have to do on-site quality audits, only if need be. So now we're going to do this for this gentleman who sent us this, and I appreciate it. Redundant inspection reduction, the dangerous loophole in aerospace quality. 40-plus year expert Daryl Guberman exposes the truth. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, what have you, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here to tell you the truth about the phrase that sounds harmless, but it actually is quite dangerous game being played in the aerospace industry. The phrase is redundant inspection reduction. It might sound like just cutting out extra work, but what it really means is less oversight, lower quality, and higher risks for the flying public. Let's talk about Boeing, one of the biggest aircraft manufacturers in the world. Boeing used to have strict inspections to make sure every part of the plane was safe before it was put together. But over time, Boeing and other big corporations started saying, why do we need so many inspections? Let's cut some out. They claimed this would save time, money, but in reality, it allowed mistakes to slip through the cracks. How did they get away with it? Because of organizations like the American National Standards Institute, the American National Crediting Board, federal agencies like the FAA. These groups are supposed to make sure companies follow the highest quality standards, but instead, they've created a system where big businesses like Boeing have too much control. ANSI and ANAB work together. ANSI and ANAB work together, but here's something they don't like to talk about. They help create the International Accreditation Form, ANSI and ANAB did. And on ANSI and ANAB, it is an association of accreditation bodies, both national and international, equivalent in accreditation to ANSI ANAB. ANSI ANAB are underwriters for those accreditation bodies, national and international, which means they take all legal responsibility, both systematic and product. And their sister organization, the IAF, which is in Australia, the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation, the IAF, is incorporated in Delaware. Now, why would an international organization be registered in Delaware, a U.S. state known for corporate loopholes? Because it's all about control. This system allows Boeing and other major corporations to write their own rules, regulate themselves, and push for fewer inspections. This isn't just about paperwork, ladies and gentlemen. Real people's lives are at stake. When you reduce inspections, you reduce safety. Look at Boeing's recent issues. planes with doors blowing out, cracks in fuselages, and software failures that led to deadly crashes. This is what happens when redundant inspection reduction is used as an excuse to cut corners. As a 40-plus year quality expert, I've seen what happens when companies try to cheat the system. I'm here to tell you that inspections are not redundant. They are necessary. They save lives, and we need to hold Boeing, ANSI, ANAP, the IAF, and even the FAA, and DOT, and DOJ accountable for this mess. The truth is, when companies like Boeing have the power to police themselves, they will always put profit before safety. And that's why I'm speaking out, so that the public knows the real story. We must demand change. We must restore real inspections, and we must put safety above all corporate greed. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave it here. My number is 203-556-1493. And this is a fact. You can put bank on it. I've been doing this for 40 plus years. I do it to protect you, the flying public. You don't know me, and I don't know you, but I am sounding the siren of this incompetence that we have gotten, not only with a corporation like Boeing, where I am a shareholder, okay? Remember something. Quality will foster your profitability. They believe that screw quality will become more profitable, and the worst thing is, you have these CEOs like Dennis Muhlenberg get $60 million exiting, whatever it was. Well, he had it coming to him. And then you have David Calhoun. I went there on June 18th to see that guy. The only thing he knew about aerospace was hitting his golf ball off the tee. I don't know whether it was Callaway. I think it was a Callaway ball. Boeing likes Callaway, Callaway golf balls. But anyway, look at it. He had 32,000. I think he led with $45 million in December. You know something? We used to have a saying in aerospace. It was on the men's room door, okay, at this aircraft company that I worked. And you know what it said? And I can use this word because Patrick Shanahan used it when he was describing, during the first time Donald Trump was in, President Trump. Patrick Shanahan was the Deputy Secretary of Defense, and he was called into a meeting, and he was asked, how was the F-35 program? And he said it was fucked up. He did. Unbelievable. So we have Boeing. We have a problem. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. It is absolutely, the whole system is fucked up. It really is. And that's why we tell you these things. That's why we go into detail. That's why we try to make it simple enough for everybody to understand this. Now, I know I was talking above people's pay grades. I hope I have diminish that so that everybody can understand this. Do not fly on a Boeing unless you hear Daryl Guberman's name. If they don't get it, don't go. If it's Boeing, don't get going. Honestly, I'm a shareholder, and if they didn't listen to me, the board, I sent the document to Kelly Oberg saying, you know something, I would like to assist you get yourself out of the hole. You need a guy like me. Every time you see him, he doesn't have his sleeves rolled up like he said he was. He's in that blue jacket all the time in those custom-made pictures that show him like he's taking interest in the shop floor. And remember this song, when you get on the plane, if you're going to get on a Boeing, don't. But if you do, just remember this song. I'm going on a jet plane. If it's a Boeing, I won't be back again. Just remember that song. And remember what David Foster Wallace said. I live by it. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. 203-556-1493. I look forward to hearing from you.